Yeah, I do think that's a good way to look at it. We sometimes correct some teams down in their matchup of how do you start toppling that pyramid. Do we look at a specific player by banning his heroes? Okay, we get past that phase. Now we're going into the game. Who is the player we're going to be targeting? Is it the person whose heroes we just banned out? He's already playing on an uncomfortable hero, or are we shutting down somebody else in the game? So you have multiple ways of approaching this, and I think if you manage to shut down Whisper, it could be quite difficult for him to play from behind and get back into the game, because he's not been in that situation too often. So it could come completely out of the gray.
"30 seconds to battle."
It's a really good spot to place it in. I would wonder if Heroic has a read on that or not. Well, there's also King Jungles, who's placed his vision down between the two top runes. As the smoke pops on Yuma, he gets vision, and Celery will also go for the instant D-ward. That giving him enough information that as the smoke popped and nobody shows, there should be vision here. Whisper just left the bounty. He's going back to pick it up. Might have forgotten to go for it right away. He's going to spend one of his orbs so he can go back to body blocking, even if Schofield was running in. But a little mishap there. But that being said, our laning stage is underway. The grand finals is officially on, and a best of 5. 3 victories needed to take this series in your name. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, an attempt a bit there, but in the top lane, Yamich is already tanking the tower, as King Jungles is going to get quite a lot of free damage onto this clockwork and force the clock away.
Denied.
Yeah, I was curious about that move too. Like, why is the clockwork going that deep under the lane, under the tower there? Because maybe he was trying to get that body block on the creep wave, but it didn't quite work out as they expected. And this is an interesting fact, which we were kind of held back on. Should we talk about this or not? But thankfully, production has brought it up. The grand finals in FISSURE Universe, from the 3rd to the 6th episode, have been 3-0 sweeps. Every team so far in the grand finals throughout this year has taken a sweep in the grand finals. Is it finally time to break that curse? We were talking about it in episode 6 when we saw Falcons versus Spirit. Spirit, who had already beaten Falcons 5 maps in a row from the EWC finals into the group stage. They continued their dominance. They faced in the upper bracket finals. It was a 2-0 Falcons way, and then the grand finals was a 3-0 Falcons way, and then they went to win on TI right after. So what's going to go down here, Harry? Is it again another 3-0? Is it safe to say that? Well, let's see if you're going to be right about that or not, because right now it feels like saying 3-0 is the easy answer, because that's what's been happening over and over again, no matter how tight these two teams are playing. Monkey King is constantly close to death, but T is dominating this mid matchup versus the Puck so far. Even with a kill given over to the Puck, that Monkey King would probably still stay ahead in net worth. However, that first blood that hasn't been shed yet could be quite a lot of gold given. Boom. Has to be careful here with King Jungles and Yuma in the top lane too. Ember quite deep in there on the lane as they've done some creep wave cutting. Play aggro.
Resist.
Yeah, it's not very enjoyable, is it? Even if you use your meat shield, it's not going to have a big impact on that. Blade Fury will still tick through quite sizably. And these pudges usually go for the 1-3-1 build-up where you max out your rot, gain benefit for your rotten core and your facet choice. But let's see, Crystal is 2 seconds for a spin. This could be Divine Llama dead even if they get the damage out. The spin is there, the cookie follow. Nice snowball coming out right after. Quite easy to connect it as well. Divine Llama soaking up minus armor right now. Celery has all of his spells on cooldown. Won't be able to take down the pudge, but they'll get a hefty trade going backwards as well.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
I'll skin you for that.
Yeah, it's flying over. It's flying over. He's got a salve, he's got a clarity. It is slowed down by quite a bit, and I did the mistake of looking at his courier's name. It's a bit cringe, but for Divine Llama, his courier's name is Kawaii Llama for some reason, but it is a llama at least, so namely... It's a bit cringe. The name is a bit cringe. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a stretch. That's a stretch. How could I ever hate the language that people say Finnish sounds like? As in the top lane, that might be our first blood right there. There's an attempt on a TP. Yuma, however, will claw that machine down, and that's going to be the first blood picked up for the Ursa.
First blood. The red mist closes in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ooh, I'll have to come back here.
Yeah, no help on that. Could have been something like an AD. Could have been an Invis that mid one could use for rotation. Maybe even the haste. But, you know, we're going to get all of those runes in a row. Depends on what the order is going to be. That regen out of the books. Trying to go on mid one in the mid lane, but a difficult catch there for Schofield. Already popped his tag team.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's a TP coming in from the Monkey King, so Yuma instantly calls the retreat. Does have an Enrage, has a Lotus. Uses his stick charges to regenerate while the 7-minute Wisdom is spawning bottom. They're diving under the tower. Snowball is there. They're going to target Celery and take that Snapfire down if they just can. But they're going to lose the Pudge first. Here comes the puck. Nice Delta split. Only catches the Snapfire. Doesn't hit the Juggernaut. And Schofield is still not out of it just quite yet. Whisper will continue to poke Celery. Goes for another silence and gets that Snapfire really low. And the orb is going to do enough. Crystallis will manage to stay alive and manage to stick around in this lane. At least they get a trade going. Losing their Pudge. That is a bit of an unfortunate circumstance, as that Jug is already 800 gold ahead of him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Invisibility!
That is another rune deprived of Whisper. So with all of this movement that MOUZ has been sending down the mid lane, this puck has really not been enjoying the fact that he's getting slowly pressured. Not directly, but, you know, maybe the indirect type of pressure is sometimes the best. Celery finds another ward. He's really been on point on them so far. Damage will get the Invis to run onto Schofield. Schofield getting poked here. There's the Roshan as well, but he's getting vision. And as he attempts to make an escape, Schofield, he just admits to his fate, hopes that the hook's going to help out. It's actually going to bring in the clockwork to the Pudge. And there's the snowball to buy some time. And Divine Llama is just going to back away. That's 4 heroes chasing the Tusk. And the Monkey King will get the kill. Divine Llama makes his way out. Pretty solid. Divine Llama. Get hit by the Omni Slash. Does have the meat shield on him, though. And there we go. Straight to eating the Juggernaut. They're taking down King Jungle, but Crystallis is going to fall to this Pudge. That's a solo kill down the bottom lane. So they'll try to support for their carry.
I still carry one of your grandfather's quality workmanship.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pudge is going to queue up the Aghanims early. Thanks to that. Being into mid. Looks like they're trying to engage potentially. There's the Sleepwalk. And the hook comes out, pulling him straight under the tower into the Dismember. Follow up with the Silence. Monkey King not getting a chance to recover. There we go. Be a nice pick up there. King Jungle's able to get that, getting that Nightmare through the creep wave there on the Monkey King. Really nice, as he doesn't have any target to hit him. Just slides right through all the dire units. Boom. Also being targeted here, but Damage is in position with that haste rune. He'll be able to keep Heroic at bay for the time being. As we're 10 minutes into the game, anything can still happen, but what is a certainty, Fissure Playground 2 still has tickets up for sale on the October 31st to the November 2nd in Belgrade, Serbia. Do make your way to Fissure Playground 2 with the ticket, exclamation mark ticket command into chat, or click the banner right below the stream to head over to the same website. As a Monkey King ulti will be burnt at the secret shop, Heroic will walk out without any casualties. And that indirect pressure we talked about onto this puck, Whisper hasn't really been that far behind. Damage will fail the hookshot attempt onto Divine Llama. He's protected by the creep wave. That Pudge is going to be okay. Heroic don't need to respond to that. So Whisper currently still second in net worth and slightly ahead of the Monkey King and the Juggernaut, but this Ursa is getting away and Yuma has his Battle Fury flying over. With all of their T1 towers up as well, this Ursa is in a very happy position.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they put a lot of attention onto Whisper, and Whisper's still looking fine. At least he's not getting any of the runes. That's the AD rune this time around, picked up by mid 1. Something Puck would have loved to have. Nope, no catch. We'll have the coil ready, gonna hold on to it. Whisper will make his way out. Another attempt by MOUZ. Doesn't quite work out. They are still targeting that Pudge down the bottom lane. Celery is also brought in here with the Mortimer's Kisses. So if they combine the Omni Slash and the Kisses, that Pudge 1700 HP should be just enough for MOUZ to have the damage and take him out.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Potentially. 14-minute rune spawning. Schofield positioning himself aggressively here. Boom does spy out the Tusk. Pushes him back on the run. Myalama should be able to hit his level 10 talent choice. Picking up the Dire Shrine.
A game of some sort?
There you go. Armor is not a bad idea in a game like this, but yeah. Hold on to it for now as he's maxing out skills. King Jungles. Nightmare is out onto the Monkey King. That's instantly removed. Him and his shield rune. And the Diffusal Blade ready. Picking up the pressure. Whisper. He's got the orb to get away. He'll coil the Monkey King in hopes of that his team's gonna react to this one. Can the monkey jump away? And that tree dance is put on cooldown. He won't have the chance to escape. Whisper, aggressive move onto the front. The hook shot comes out. Whisper will die. And there's the only slash onto Yuma. Yuma will have to run away for a moment. Divine Llama is also dropping low and the punch will fall. MOUZ will find 2 kills and they've only traded 1 so far. Yuma's being chased as well. There's a good sleep coming in from King Jungle. King Jungle's able to keep him alive. Goes for the Fiend's Grip and burns Boom's mana. But this Bane will most likely die. But he bought time for the Ursa to get out. However, MOUZ are the ones finding the majority of the kills in this engagement. Another sleepwalk attempt. Celery will fall to Schofield, going for the chase and able to get 1 down at least. Now he's returning straight, but he's coming back to the mid lane. Puck is TPing back. Crystallis does have the spin available. However, Whisper already tanking hits from mid one. Has to be cautious. Gonna try and push this tower down. Schofield pulling in another set of shards. And there's the poke again from the Puck. Whisper is just dying to the burst damage. Boom in mid one. Make sure that he falls. And that's a Puck going straight back to the graveyard. Hook shot a bit off the mark there by Yamich with Schofield dodging him. And there's the hook from the Llama looking to take down the Timbersaw. Now we're just going a constant fight as Yuma's got his Blink Dagger, goes for the Monkey King, drops the Enrage as Yamich is getting for the chase. There's the Snapfire Cookie, and they might just snowball themselves onto the wave instead of the heroes, and we finally get a pause in this fight.
Arcane mysteries. Bounty.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Jungle spotted here. That's going to be 3 versus 1 and a Bane dead. Jungles will not have much of a chance to survive this engagement.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
That's a funny interaction, actually. As he has the battery assault on, he's not pulling aggro because he's in the sleepwalk. So you can use that battery assault to hurt the prowlers, and you won't aggro them, even when it ended. Yeah. Yeah, because he had another proc of it right after as he was moving away. A hook dodged by his teammate Schofield, who's apparently not willing to be saved this time around. We'll keep chasing him down, finish off the Tusk, get another from mid one, open up a killing spree. A Whisper. Gotta be careful here, though. The Puck's gonna get jumped over the Mourner's Kiss as landing right on top of him and nicely setting up there with the Boundless Strike. And waited just for a second that orb is on cooldown. Puck has no escape. And they make sure that Whisper's Puck falls and the T1 tower. Heroic are pushed back now a little bit with 2 objectives fallen. One team fight that it got something out of, but not in the best way possible because Whisper's getting shut down now. If he had a good game going in second place in net worth, he has suddenly fallen 3,000 gold behind the Jug. And he's behind the Timber now as well, who had one of the least amounts of net worth coming out. But Yuma will go for the jump. They have Monkey King held in a Beam Script. Yamich will break that instantly. There is at least a Pabas holding alive that Monkey King for long enough, and Yuma will die. Hook used as well by the Pudge, but it ain't enough. MOUZ will clean up too. And are they considering Roshan? Well, they were thinking about walking into the pit, but they know they don't have enough damage to finish off Rosh.
Isn't going to last long. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Solar Crest is also ready on Granny. That will be very useful for the Monkey King to soak up some extra damage and keep himself alive. 20-minute Tormentor spawning. They're bringing in all the numbers here, just without mid one. So it's going to be a 5 versus 4 fight. He's TPing in behind. This could work as a nice surprise attack, but they go for Celery. They'll get rid of the Grandma first. Boom, jumping into Lama. Drop to half HP. Omni Slash gets the Dismember. Snowball save has to be used. And there's the Monkey in the backline with an 80 rune for himself. The Lama will go down, gets the hook onto Boom, but they've already lost 2 on the side of Heroic. And Schofield's going to be going onto the run, but he will not be able to escape as King Jungles will be also hunted down, and MOUZ will take 4 for 1 as they hit everything onto that Snapfire. That's about it that they're going to get. Boom, he'll be claimed by the Tormentor. Someone needs to be sacrificed.
Here I am. Silence. Greetings.
Yeah, it is a bit of a bummer for Heroic to lose their Ursa in that way, that he never gets his ulti off and he doesn't get to clean up any of the cores. He only finished off that one support at the start of the fight. And that's the funny thing, right? Like, teams are setting up for that Tormentor. They usually don't start it right away at the 20-minute mark because they're expecting their opponents are going to be on their way. They're going to be too weak. So unless you're fast enough to just kill that Tormentor instantly and then TP home, you wait for them to come. And if that wait period is long enough, Monkey King might have walked into that 5-man of Heroic and they could have lost the core first, and it would have been a whole different fight. If there were 1 second later, they would have ran into that Monkey. Yeah, but they would have seen him because they see that TP coming in. He jumps instantly into the trees. There's only so many places you can find him in, and they do have that blink on Ursa. I'm pretty sure they would have found him, but that didn't happen. And into the Rosh pit they go. MOUZ will look for that Roshan for themselves. Heroic is just going to have to split and keep those waves pushed out.
Radiant. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
no fortify their structures.
Dire's
Especially when
bottom
you don't
tower
have that
is
BKB
under
and you have the... well, now you have that
Radiant's
BKB. I
middle
looked that he was
tower
finishing
Dire's
off the
bottom
Basher
tower has
first.
fallen.
Because he did pick up that belt of strength in between. At least... Could be.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Field and Whisper. Hookshot comes out from Yamich, and there's the Orchid to silence the Tusk, and that's a guaranteed kill. Drop the Essence Ring, it's not going to be enough.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
They are trying to cut through mid. Boom. It's going to run into King Jungles. Smokes have already ran out.
Dire's
Boom.
bottom tower has shattered to little
Not gonna get
pieces.
slept by King Jungles. He's going for the chase now. Sends the Yules onto the Pudge. Llama missing the hook. That was a close call though. You do lose the tier 2 and the Tusk, and that puts MOUZ 11k. We're now 10,000 gold ahead. That win probability graph is giving a pretty grim number for Heroic at the moment.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Bounty.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, if you don't win that fight, who knows what's gonna happen after. Will you have a game to play anymore? You are right.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yep. Yeah, this is the A or the B version of that Juggernaut I talked about in the draft. Is like either this hero is sieging your high ground with an Aegis at 20 minutes, or he doesn't have a game to play. This is the one that feels untouchable, unkillable. Killable, sure, but at what cost? That Schofield's gonna get jumped on by Boom. Snowball forced out, and that's gonna take the Tusk on a long walk. Boom is stuck in the trees for now, but they will release him from his prison, and Tusk is able to blink to safety. Luckily, with that blink, without it, it would have been history. Meanwhile, getting the jump onto the puck, a Whisper gets deleted. It doesn't take even half a second to take him out of the way, and MOUZ is gonna open up the base and look for a lane of Rax.
Dire let all their bottom towers fall. Dire's bottom barracks is next. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks have fallen.
Over the hook, but that's still an Aegis for at least 66 seconds. The Violama's already dying to the damage. It's too much for him to take. He's gone for 50 seconds. Puck will be back in 10. So MOUZ has another opening to force out the final high ground clip and continue going. Even if you kill this Juggernaut and take that Aegis away, it's not going to look too good on you. Schofield gets the blink out after the snowball. Yuma goes in to delete Celery and goes for another. That's two heroes out. Celery with the instant buyback. Yuma BKB forced away. He might still die to this Omni Slash, but they manage to split the damage. But Boom comes out of nowhere and hits them with the whirling death. As the monkey is now going to focus down this Bane. At least he misses one of those hits, and he's able to get back to the safety of that fountain. But MOUZ, what can they do here? That healing ward is keeping them up. Boom is regenerating back to full. Celery's regenerating as well as he bought back in. There's no coil. There's a Pudge who's coming back into play. They missed the Boundless Strike on him, but he'll get poked a couple times. Gets the Mischief, gets hooked. There's a instant follow-up silence with the Orchid. They'll send the Pudge flying in the air as well. The overlapping abilities a bit there, but doesn't matter. They're going to get the job done and clean up a second lane of Rax.
Have fallen. That's just cold and not in a good way.
No pulling out. There's no pull-out game in this one if it's MOUZ. As they take another and go to silence Whisper. He ain't surviving this one. That nightmare does nothing. And as soon as you say that, MOUZ is sieging tier 4s, and they're looking to end the game. They are never back as full hero of 5 heroes on the side of Heroic. There's always somebody dead, and they can't get the full fight going. Boom, maybe he's now sacrificed at the back. Yuma, he's needing only 6 seconds for another blink. Nice big coil there from Whisper, but this is real desperation mode. They need to act. They need to get in. They need to get some damage done. Yuma, he's ready to go, but who does he go on? Whisper is trying to make some plays here. He's got his own BKB. That's Spurt. They go on mid one, and they take down the monkey, and now they focus onto that Juggernaut as his crystal is Aegis. The Aegis has now been taken away, or has expired on that Juggernaut. Whisper able to get another orb jump to the side. They'll be able to finish off King Jungles. Boom will find another kill. Whisper in trouble. He manages to get the phase shift off just in time, and they focus down the jug. They'll find a kill on him. Whisper will fall. Boom is still on the retreat. There's going to be another snowball coming in from Schofield, bringing in the Pudge and burning that Timber. Timber, though, is a scary monster, but they manage to take him down, and Pudge is running away. Celery will die back on the Snapfire, and Heroic spent so many resources on this, and now it's Yamich versus Yuma versus Schofield. Takes Schofield. Yuma will claw this Clockwork down, and down to 300 HP. Everyone else is dead, and Yuma is staring at ruins in his base. Where does the replay even start? Such a long fight. Maybe to this point where mid one falls and Yuma able to pick up a big streak for himself. Whisper, who constantly had to try and make space in the front. He was targeted every time he tried to make a play, but they did come together. Yuma's level 19. Now he's level 20, so I think he was like 17 or 18 by the time he got that first kill. And since then, this Ursa leveled like 4 or 5 times because of this team fight. Yeah, they're late. They're late. They finished the Tormentor. They knew that they were there, and it took them a bit of time to go the straight path. Yuma, though, he's charging through. Blink's still on cooldown. They smoke under the tower. Yuma goes to hit an objective because he thought the smoke broke because of the tower, but in reality, it was 2 heroes. And now Heroic, all 5 are here. There's only 3 on the side of MOUZ right now, and those 3 will fight to the bitter end. Yuma's tanking the full duration Omni Slash, and now gets the grip onto the Crystallis Jug. He's down, but Boom will clean up Yuma. TP out by the Pudge. Whisper, King Jungles, they're all on the escape, and they'll try to get out as many heroes as they can because the Ursa's gone for 80 seconds, and so is the Tusk, and that throne was dropped down to 1300 HP. So this is, you go all in. You go all in here. There's a glyph at least. Do they know? They know about that Ursa not having a buyback. They're going to realize very soon. They go straight for the throne. 1,000 HP remaining. The Violama will go for the hook onto the Crystallis Jug, but it will not do enough. There's the glyph coming out. This is the time to act. You need to kill somebody right away, and it's just not happening. It's just not happening. MOUZ is going to take game 1.
Please!
Radiant victory!
It's
Dire team
punching
ban.
the opening win in this grand finals best of 5, putting her
Dire team's turn to ban.
They go
Dire team
straight up
ban.
Enigma in the first phase. Despite been
Dire
doing
team's
it with
turn to
the second pick in the draft, they go straight for a second phase. They go for
Radiant
the
team's turn
Enchantress,
to
yeah.
pick.
Because
Radiant team's turn to pick.
feel
Dire
a bit
team's turn
likely
to
to
pick.
play
Radiant
all
team
of the
ban.
other mid laners. Typically plays Universe
Dire team ban.
carry for Yuma. Yeah, co-op carry. Okay,
Choose your
so
hero.
we've been talking about the co-op carry this entire tournament. Yep, it's Whispers, one of Whispers' heroes. Actually, not a bad idea. Into the puck, that's not bad at all. That's why you don't use them. That's why you don't use them too much. You can put points in them. You use them to farm the jungle. You don't necessarily have to use them in the lane. Your hero has high enough stats
10
in itself.
seconds remaining.
If you have like a null talisman and a bracer, for example, in the mid lane, example given,
5
maybe
seconds
doesn't go
remaining.
for it, but you know those early stats.
Great, they're back.
You have a decent right click. You can work with that. I've seen some of those Enigma players, once they're approaching level 4, level 5, despite Puck being a glass cannon and deals a lot of damage, if you can't clean up those idle odds, you are out of the lane for a bit because you can't really contest that well versus the Enigma. Plus, this is one of Whisper's go-to heroes, right? Like he has a lot of Enigma games when he played in the off-lane role. Something he got really famous for was his Batrider and his Enigma. People got really excited about that. So I can see a world of possibilities here. The thing is, I don't know what build he's going to go for in this Enigma because the Night Stalker is not your traditional pusher. But Enigma has always been that, so you could maybe still build an Enigma like the drums and potentially like a Vlad's to let that Night Stalker kind of fill in the hole of being more active. This could be the adjustment Heroic is doing, that the Violama is not going to be the AFK farmer. He's going to be active, and Whisper is going to be the AFK farmer on the side of Heroic. It's true. Yeah.
Prepare for battle.
Дайте поиграть в Доту.
Well, we are loading into the game, so might as well just show what's going on here because on those item builds that I'm looking, yeah, the Violama, if he picks up that Dominator on the Night Stalker, surely helps him farm a bit faster on a hero that traditionally is a bit of a slow farmer. And Enigma has the drums queued up, so I'm halfway correct now with the build that he's got in mind. The Orchid, I like that idea a lot. It has its uses in this game. Good on the Pango, would force him to build a Lotus. It's good on the Puck, would have to build a Yules or a BKB, some protective item on the Puck to prevent him from getting silenced the whole time. So, drums
30
into
seconds to
Witchblade,
battle.
I've also seen. Not that successful, but can find its place. Yeah. I think it's fair. I think it's fair enough. I bring a point of view that's just like, because a lot of people probably are guessing right now. What is this Enigma mid supposed to build? But that Witchblade I haven't seen work, and some low ranked pubs people even played Radiance on the Enigma. But that build, it's way too greedy. You have a Quap who's in the jungle farming. You have an Enigma who wants to jungle farm. You have a Night Stalker with a Dominator cutting one wave, and that's all you have. You can't go for these massive items as a mid Enigma. Yep. Yep. are right. The strong lanes on Heroic is definitely a fact to take into account. And still want to touch upon that mid matchup. Enigma at level 1 right-clicks for 100. With 48 damage coming in from the Eidolons and 55 or 54 damage on the hero. So that's like 98 or something like that. Versus a Puck with Orb and 56. So you should be able to remove quite a lot of those creeps. It gets easier with Puck as the time progresses. But you have to use spells to clean up the waves. But yeah, that's... Yeah. Yeah, he needs a couple levels to make it easier for him. So you could end up, like, denying 20, 30 creeps as an Enigma in that 1v1 because there's no one to help you out in the CS. You don't have 2 people hitting the range creep at the same time. You're gonna have to do it all by yourself. But we haven't discussed too much about MOUZ's laning stage except for the Puck and the Pango struggling. Jog and Enchantress with Enchant and Spin is in general a way to secure you're gonna be able to trade against your opponents. But how well does that work versus a Night Stalker and a Snapfire? Do you feel like they just end up taking more damage instead of dealing? Yep. Well, at least on the laning stage, MOUZ, if they ever get ahead of their opponents, it looks like there's no coming back. They secure these games really well. Used in the top lane, get a bit of damage on the Devilama. This could be enough for the kill itself. He's dropped down to 60, and Celery actually got the kill in the end. There was no Lotus used by the Night Stalker. That siege shot coming out from the Warpine Raider looks like it was enough to secure the kill. Yeah, that's a great way to go. Great way to go. Damage is also applying pressure onto KJ. The hook comes out. A couple right clicks, one more should do it. The Maleficent Whisper is so damn low, but he's committing to this to get a trade going. Can he salve in the trees? And Duke mid one for a little bit longer. That salve is not necessarily going to give him enough, but just that he can see the curveball trajectory and dodge that incoming spell. He lives. That looks really scary for the Enigma there for a second, and he's not out of it yet. Mid one's probably still going to go for an attempt. That orb doesn't connect, though. Grenade on Whisper. Celery's got a hunch, and he's looking for a kill with a siege shot. It comes out, and it might just be enough damage. They're going to have to slow him down. And Whisper barely walks out of this one. Level 5, and this level 3 Enchantress is trying to make your life a living hell. First you had the Pudge coming into mid, now you have the Enchantress. So MOUZ is still continuing with the same style, and Schofield's got to be careful. Alpha Wolf might have been nerfed in the previous letter patch from 30% to 20%. The pack leader aura doesn't do that much, but Enchantress has these big improved creeps with extra HP, with extra attack damage. They definitely hurt on heroes like the Snap that barely have any armor. Enigma as well, notorious for a low amount of armor even in the late game.
Just got killed.
He has a 1.0 agi gain per level, so you're not getting any armor on this hero. He's gonna go for the try to kill the puck here, drop the drums, the black hole comes out, and he's got him. The threat instantly strikes as Whisper pops the drums, goes for the Malefice, and has the Eidolons, the ones that survived the initial nuke, doing the extra damage and take the puck down. So that means Enigma catches up to the puck in net worth. Getting a second Dominator for Heroic. You might guess the hero. Yep. I've been paying quite a close attention to how he's playing this lane, and I do think that Dominator maybe solves all of their problems. If they have the majority of them, how are you really fighting to clean these waves on the side of MOUZ? Jungles draws some attention to him as he stole the Shrine of Wisdom, gets a courier, so he's happy to die now. Doesn't even get an eye for himself. When he uses the coil, he's not taking any second chances.
Don't be mad. To 4. Wop and Enigma leading net worth, puck right behind, then the Jug. And after that, both offlaners, the Violama and Boom, they've had to suck it up for this laning stage. Fudge. Yeah, he's smoking towards the mid lane. Whisper. One of the strengths of this hero is you can hide behind your Dolans, but when you're up against a puck, you want to split them around. And unfortunate there, Yamich was reading the play wrong for Whisper, expecting that he's gonna go for an action rune. He wasn't interested in it. Haste picked up by mid one, and the gank squad's coming up top. They haven't had any vision of this movement, so they're gonna get caught by surprise. Schofield should go down here. Mid one with that haste rune. He can easily keep chasing that Snapfire. Go for the kill. Celery, though, does get hit by some minus armor. He's still level 5. No untouchable just quite yet. He does get a lot of healing. 3 stacks of Nature's Attendance on him. The burst is not enough on the side of Heroic to finish him off. Gotcha! They're beating on Dire's top tower. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We expect this move to happen by MOUZ when they send their heroes with 4 through the gate, but Heroic is doing it instead. Response is coming in. The tombstone is laid down. Go straight to work on it. They are splitting on the side of Heroic. Black Hole catching the puck. Mid one in trouble. Sonic Wave coming in as well. And mid one is down. They trade King Jungles, and there's no Rolling Thunder. Crystal is trying to get into range for an Omni Slash, but he's silenced by the Violama. And right now, they are cleaning them all up. Crystal gets the Omni Slash off. Whisper's dropping low. He dies as that Omni Slash and the raw damage is going to be enough. But that is 4 heroes dead. Whisper cleans them up.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has been denied.
My gratitude.
Yeah, really important deny there, because that was definitely going down without a response from MOUZ, but the response is a straight up deny. While on that replay, one really important thing to note is the Enigma's splitting image facet. So look at the army of Dolans in here. Even if he dies, he still has post-death impact by taking both of these kills here, lines them up perfectly, finds the triple on him, and he finished the Dominator now thanks to that. So he got a lot of net worth despite being dead, as he gets all of those remaining kills right after he falls. Setting up in bottom, smoke already popped. Boom is going to go in for the Rolling Thunder. Yuma's going to dodge it, and King Jungles with Enigma on the side, but they still don't have Black Hole for a minute. Heal away. Boom trying to get as many connections as he can right now. No lucky shot though, so it doesn't have any extra minus armor to apply. He'll have to retreat. Celery in mid one on the side. Coil is ready. Can't get into a position to use it. Boom's just going to get some poke. Forced away. And there's going to be a quick pause by Celery. Lag is the reason for this one. So a bit of an FPS drop, and good moment to advertise Fissure Playground 2, the LAN event we've been talking about all tournament long. Exclamation mark ticket into chat, and you can also click the banner below the stream in Belgrade, Serbia next week. Well, next week. In a week, we're going to start the group stage, and on October 31st to November 2nd, you can get tickets for the main event in the Sava Center in the heart of Belgrade, Serbia, Harry's hometown.
I hate life.
The battle resumes.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Attend us.
What did that courier ever do to anyone?
It looks like dire fortified their structure.
Oh, this puck going down. That's a huge catch. Mid one down, and a bottom tower. Celery, are you going to deny this one as well, huh? Sabai Lama's already on him right now, so he's like, you are not getting the opportunity. He's trying to block him in the trees, but unfortunately, there's a little gap Enchantress can sneak away from. But yeah, that was MOUZ's defense falling apart instantly as the puck drops through the silence.
Death tax.
Yeah, it's really hard for MOUZ to set up a specific timer in this game anymore. Like, what timer are we hitting? Do we need to go all in right now? Do we push the gas at 20 minutes? Do we do it later? Because right now, Quap is AFK farming and Enigma is AFK farming, and Nightstalker with the Dominator is feeling pretty good about himself right now. And every time you're going for scouting plays, there's a very high probability somebody dies, just like Celery here, right into the arms of heroic members during nighttime. As he said, it's really dangerous to move out there. I would like to have some allies around him. The way the hero works these days, you get the nice up to 50% damage reduction aura for allies that are standing next to you, and all those allies gain that buff. So if you're getting coiled, multiple heroes getting coiled, they're also taking less damage. Get the puck once again. It makes it look way too easy. Well, chasing for more.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
TPs are coming down bottom. Pango into the silence once
Are those
again.
cracks in
No
Dire's
blink
top
needed for
tower?
this one either. Yuma will secure a kill off of Boom. Pango just struggling to get into this game. That's a Quap with just a Kaya and a Falcon Blade, but level 2 ult, that Sonic Wave, pure damage when you're ahead, that really hurts. That's half of Enchantress's and Jug's HP pool right now.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Can we get a blink dagger on Queen of Pain maybe? That might. Like an upgraded blink is not a bad idea when you think about it, despite double blink sounds a bit corny. Also bringing up some interesting statistics regarding these tournaments and outside, but mostly Fissure tournament statistic. 3 heroic players in the top 3 in terms of assists, and this is definitely talking about like heroic grouping up early and their quick tempo in games, that they have these high averages as well. And they've also made themselves in the top 5 of the KDA, and the same was for TI. Yuma was constantly in the top 5 for lane efficiency, for KDA statistics, and I think Whisper also was like least death statistics as well in like the top 5. And then, of course, at that time they had Analog in the mid lane. They had either 1 or 2 or 3 of all their cores in those statistics. So it definitely showed how strong heroic has been these last few months.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
Yep.
A prize.
Well, I can tell you, MOUZ is not there. They're not in the least deaths either. They're not in the top kills either. Can't really find MOUZ on any of these lists right now, as the Juggernaut is the next victim of that silence. The crippling fear on top of him, and the coil misses Yuma. He's still being chased though. It's not fully over. There's a chance to kill him. He's got a blink coming up, but Enigma comes in for the big black hole and sets things up to save Yuma, and they get to turn. Dalai Lama is there again with the crippling fear. Boom is getting torn as well. MOUZ will drop 3 heroes in this fight. Crystal is dropped earlier. Mid one Boom to follow. And that took just a little bit too long to catch the Queen of Pain, and disaster instantly strikes. And heroic, right now, the path that they're setting, they could break the curse. They could break the Grand Finals curse in FISSURE Universe, where it is just clean sweeps over the board. But MOUZ is going to make that jump harder. Here are the spells flung into it. They've got the Mortimer's Kisses coming out from the side by Schofield, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. Crystallis will find his first kill of the game with that Omni Slash, and a much needed one too. They can't afford to fall more behind.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant structures have been snow fortified.
Yeah. Oh, really important that they get something out of that bottom trade. It was going from bad to worse. Same thing happening in the top lane. Again, unleashing the Sonic Wave. Boom does have a shield crash barrier for 200 damage, and that's gonna be enough for him to get that Rolling Thunder away and TP back home. That's his ulti spent, but he keeps his life intact.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Behold!
They're beating on Dire's top tower. Dire's top tower.
That is another
has fallen.
objective removed from the map. The first tier 2 taken by Heroic, and we're at the 20-minute mark, so fighting for the Tormentor. Black Hole's going to be up in 20 seconds. There's no Pango ulti for 40. MOUZ might have a bit of a handicap going into this one, and they might even decide not to go. The fun fact, actually, for Heroic, they know that because of the Night Rain, it's going to spawn on the bottom half of the map. They are already here, claiming this territory for themselves. We're so used to seeing the Tormentor spawn in the top left corner, but as it is nighttime, might still catch people off guard. Oh yeah, Tormentor's not here. It's actually on the other side. And by that time, Heroic, they're already in. Straight to work. Yeah. If there's an edge creep or something nearby, I mean, what does the Night Stalker do? He tanks the Omni Slash and he eats the creep and heals up for 35% of the damage Omni Slash has done. You can't eat Dominators, right? Because you can't delete them. Yeah, I'm not entirely... Yeah, it's a hero creep, so you shouldn't be able to. Because you can't remove... Clinks doesn't destroy them with the teleport. There are so many interactions with Dominator right now. Why this item's so popular? Because you can't counter it.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
You can't. They're highlighting it there on the production as well. While Pango's getting chased, the hook's coming out. Yomich cancelled Boom's TP. Maybe thinking Pango's dead, but could the Pango have actually teleported? I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he went on with it. Awkward timing, however. Quick reminder about Fissure's social media channels as well. If you haven't been following Fissure yet, now's your chance. !F into chat or click the banner below the stream. Both will open a link tree. They will have all you need for Fissure's various social media channels. Crystal has got the Sonic Wave damage too, as that Omni Slash finished at the same time. He destroys the healing ward. Yomich does go eating that Night Stalker, but they fully focus Crystallis and take his Juggernaut down. Bit unfortunate with the timing there, but perfectly set up by Yuma. And he's already on the other side of the map, pushing out these waves, which Celery has been at work. He's finished his Solar Crest.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Radiant's courier has been killed. Look at that. Radiant's courier just got killed. Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away.
Getting pressured again. Will drop. Mid one's trying to make a fight out of this one. With the Witchblade, hoping it's going to be enough. But both of these two heroes have so much HP to work with. They go straight for the puck, and there is your TP cancel. Coming straight into play. They'll be able to take down the puck as well. So 2 more cores down. Heroic are almost 10,000 gold ahead at this point. Now they're going. They're going to go for him this time around. But you can see how problematic it is to work against this hero here. Scope. Schofield! Oh!
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire Snow fortified their structures.
Well, yeah, that just happens.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
We all make mistakes. We're only human after all, but it's a bit unfortunate. However, Heroic, I think that invigorated them to take a full-on 4-man smoke and head towards MOUZ's side of the map. Whisper's he's gonna lag behind a bit with that Enigma. He doesn't have a smoke on him right now. He also probably just wants to arrive late to the fight anyway. You see that high ground ward that King Jungles has placed inside the base of MOUZ does show their movements, and you can see the Pudges there. They probably saw the Juggernaut, and that leaves the Puck and the Enchantress all alone. Divine Llama goes for the early jump, and he couldn't force staff away from the silence. Can he build enough distance, though? As that silence is going to run out now. He's going to get the orb off, and there's the coil on the Night Stalker. Yuma will get the dagger. That doesn't quite connect. Schofield. No, he can't get in range for the cookie either. He doesn't have any mobility on the snap. Now, on the secret shop side of things, Celery is dragging King Jungles right behind him, and Whisper is there from the other direction. And all they're going to get for their efforts is an Enchantress. And this is a huge sigh of relief for MOUZ.
Dominating! Axe is pleased!
Certainly is. I was looking at Crystallis in his quick buy. He had a Sacred Relic for a second, but he swapped it over to finish off the Butterfly. Pudge goes on eating a Night Stalker to regroup with his buddy, but there's a Void. There's the cancel. Damage, no escape for you. This Night Stalker also hits for almost 300 damage, so that's an easy pick. And Crystallis's Courier dies with the Claymore. So you're not going to finish your Butterfly inside the next 2.5 minutes.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Roshan's down. I wonder where he goes.
Anybody got any Monets? Yes, that's the core mentality. Supports are probably gonna be like, I can sacrifice a piece of my income. They almost blew up Yuma. Still has the Aegis, almost lost it there, but that BKB charge is at least burnt. Without any deaths on the side of MOUZ, they are able to kill off Schofield. Boom, found a lone Snapfire. Really important that they get a trade going here. Burning that BKB charge and finding a pick and bottom, and that 10k net worth goes down to 7k. They have the Watcher. They have the Watcher. They're gonna see him walk in unless he goes in at the final second. They're coming in. King Jungles is here. Celery, this one shows up as well. They're gonna try and get some damage onto him here, and they're almost able to. Nice tombstone there. That's the shard on King Jungles, keeping him safe, hidden in his bunker. Whisper is gonna wait for Yuma to show. And he's not using the Malefice because he wants to save it for the TP cancel. But Celery, he's got so many heals on him. And bottom, there's a chase going on as well on the Pudge. A lot of chasing going on. Celery finally killed. Yame just waving his arm in the air as the Violama. You ain't got detection on this lad. Pudge able to dance around, break their ankles. He's gonna stick around for a bit longer. He's bringing in Boom. Boom does have an ulti. Yep. They go for the Night Stalker now, but they are bringing in the reinforcements. A Sonic Wave will push that Pango back, and he's going for the TP out. They will get Yamich. They will save the Violama, but that's another 9-second BKB. Heroics resources. They have been spending them in these last few minutes because MOUZ are making it difficult for them.
Bounty.
Look at that. Radiant's courier just got killed.
Yep. Oh. Close catch, almost caught the puck there. But yeah, you're this game basically it was in Heroic's hand, and they were about to drop it into the bag, and now the bag is missing. Maybe they'll find it at some point, but there's a good chance we might have hesitated a bit too early there. And Heroic could be able to tie this series up. Right now, it's in a bit of a stalemate.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Trying to set up on mid one. The Violama, he will grab the creep wave. He's got his allies nearby. The creep's actually shown. The Shivas is there. The instant text onto the puck, and this time mid one. No escape for you. And the wave is pushing in. They're going to get another tier 2 tower with this, but MOUZ is already parked down the bottom lane. The Dart Troll Summoner and the Skeletons are going to get to work. They're going to trade tier 2s.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
See how they're gonna do it. Puck has a lot of damage with that Pharasma. They've got everything ready on the Pango. They're gonna fight without the puck though. They're gonna try and get that early surprise. And they got the Enigma. The hero that has no armor is quickly gone. Yamich will follow. Silence is still there for the Night Stalkers. Not feeling too healthy right now. The Lama has to back away. Yuma gonna get stunned a bit, and they will jump away. Boom. Still going for the chase here. If he can just spot King Jungles. Oh, just a little bit too late there. He manages to blink away. The Violama Dark Ascension, though. They go straight on top of Boom. There is the Omni/Jugger right next to him. If he could just get it. Actually, no, he doesn't have it to use the Don't Whisper before, so he doesn't have it. But mid one with the coil. Catching Yuma. Yuma still has a BKB of his own, though. But look at the damage coming in. He's going to have to blink away. Drops the Sonic Wave onto Celery. He takes a huge chunk of damage. The Violama going for round number 2. Takes down mid one. Chrysalis might be able to get close enough. Celery's right there behind him as well. They don't get the enchant slow, and King Jungles is pushed away. Big damage from those impetus spears. I'm right here. I mean, look at that. They just parked right on top of him, and I like that Boom is positioning himself in a spot where he's most likely going to waste that ulti in terms of an AoE effect, but instead just focusing one hero, because the Undying can't get the Tombstone on top of him to click the hero inside of it, so he doesn't have a clean field of view. Yeah. It ended up still being a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Heroic, but it was not an easy fight in any way. And now Heroic feels like they've been invigorated by this. The blink on Crystallis, the blink on Boom, the blink on the Pudge. 4 blinks in this team. Everybody else except for the Enchantress. Rapidly jump on top of a hero. Tormentor is up. Looks like Heroic's not interested in that shard. I think they should be, because you've got some good shards here for the Enigma to give vision, the Queen of Pain for the silence, the Snapfire for that bigger cookie. They should definitely go for it, but they're going to get jumped before they're able to get there. Schofield is caught.
Hard case.
And that's one hero down, and with the Night Stalker killed by Boom moments before, I didn't even notice that Boom was actually dead. Oh, sorry, not Boom. The Violama was actually dead. That is a stolen Tormentor by MOUZ, and Celery will get his strike. I didn't even realize. I was just looking at the replay and just going it through, and I was like, wait a minute, there's a dead Night Stalker. What happened to him?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, 3 slashes from the swashbuckle. Yeah, this is the catch on the Violama, so they ended up finding that Night Stalker. It's a 3-man gang, 4-man gang even, because Crystallis and everybody's brought into this. That was the reason the Night Stalker died in the lane. But we're fighting again in the live picture. Whisper caught again, and Juggernaut dies as well. That's a big source of damage now missing on the side of MOUZ, and they won't be able to get this much to safety. Boom's gonna try and cause some havoc, or at least try to break some of those blinks and some of their movement. But the Queen of Pain now getting jumped off by mid one, but the Violama is so quick to react. Insta silence on the puck. Take the Pango, the Violama for the triple. Whisper, the ex-offlaner, is getting that treatment, getting jumped on right away. We're not seeing a black hole, but we're indeed seeing darkness on the sky.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh man, that's a gem down on the ground indeed. The Violama touching the hook nicely off of Yamich. At least he's going to be able to get that gem for the team. MOUZ, they had heroes dead, and Heroic was not expecting that to happen. They force everybody back down that bottom lane, trying to react to this play. I do have to give it to them. MOUZ is really making this game super tight. It's not a stomp for Heroic, despite they've been leading net worth since like what, the 15-minute mark. They've been fairly ahead of MOUZ in terms of economy. But MOUZ have made this game so much more harder for Heroic than it probably could have been if it was any other team.
Precious.
They see Boom. Instant reaction on that. Insta-hex onto the Pango. With the cookie stun. Guarantee Boom going down. 80 seconds out. Has a buyback. One of the 3 who does. Silence on 2. Mid 1 force staff already spent. He does get saved with the hook by Yamich, so he lives a bit longer, and Crystallis cleans them up. Jug finds 2. Night Stalker out, and the Undying out. Whisper, you gotta be very cautious now. Oh, but these blinks on Heroic side too. They also have a lot of mobility to get away from that Pango roll. Nobody end up getting caught, but they're going to smoke up. They have that black hole into the Roche pit. Enigma is a really good hero for this. And how do they counter it? Yuma. They got the Hex on the puck. The Hex is there. There's the black hole. Catching mid one, catching the punch, and they take him down. Mid one is the buyback. Roshan is low on HP. Who picks it up? Whisper takes the Aegis. Crystallis is down. And MOUZ are forcing the final of their buybacks. Fighting inside the pit. Boom, getting a lot of damage out. Whisper will respawn after that Aegis. But Schofield in the pit. Can he get out? Yuma is still doing quite a lot of work with that damage that he has. Boom is right in front of him. Mid one's on the side. They will lose this Pango. Yuma's dropping low. 1200 HP. This Enchantress is hitting so damn hard. But they bring in the reinforcements. King Jungles is back to action. Mid one's trying to work his way. Drop this Enigma lower. Whips that Sonic Wave. Yuma missed it on mid one, but he's down to 300. And they need to reposition again. And they're not going for the chase. We're going to call off this fight.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to
Oh, the
last
puck
long.
out. Yeah, that should now definitely be the game right now. Heroic should just go for the all-in push. They've got the outpost under control, so Snapfire's going to be able to join in, but
Dire's middle
Snapfire's
tower.
looking at bottom. They could just go for the throne. Heroic is playing this maybe a bit too cautiously here. I don't know if they want to toy with MOUZ, but do you want to toy with your opponent in the grand finals when the series is still underway and you don't even have a map win yet? They are getting the top. They're getting the mid lane. They're not going to get bottom because there's a tier 2 standing, and now they turn their attention for the push towards those tier 4s, and at the same time they're hesitant. Should they just back out?
You really don't want to lose those things. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just like what MOUZ did in game 1. They back out and then they instantly turn around and go for the guillotine. Heroic instead, full 5-man smoke. They are under the cover of darkness. MOUZ don't. Hillary's trying to get those sentries down to the ground. I'm going to spot Yuma inside their base, and there's your Enchantress going down. The pure damage is too much, but actually survives. Just barely gets out. Meanwhile, the Yuma, Queen of Pain, able to get out. Whisper, he's about to fall here. He's surviving with 100 HP. He's going to get the blink off and dodges. Boom, and he is out. Whisper is gone. The Violana has a BKB with him. Yuma dropping the refresher Sonic Wave onto Crystallis, and that is your Juggernaut out from the game for 100 seconds. And Heroic could finally do it, but still backing out, getting those waves in. Waiting for the Enigma to regenerate a bit more so he could land those black holes. Oh my god. If somebody is edging, it's Heroic right now. Tier 4 down. Another one focused. And there is your Pango caught in the black hole. The puck's on the back. And he's also going to get caught by another black hole. And that is finally going to do it. And we have broken the curse. Heroic have broken the curse. No longer a 3-0 finals for the, the 4th time, the potential 5th time in a row. We are going to at least a game 4 in this series, and I'm happy to say that aloud, because
Dire team's turn to ban. Radiant team's turn to Dire team's turn to ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team.
Axe.
Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's turn to ban. Dire team's turn to ban. Choose your hero. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oi! Philippines! Philippines! Woo! No!
30 seconds to battle. Let's get moving!
False idolatry.
Where'd you come from?
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
Well, there could have been something there. Level up, Buttercup.
First blood!
First no. Squishy.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What will all be done?
Your fate was foreshadowed in the mist. Your death approaches.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I send you.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
You almost play with me.
Mists of time, you are but a blur.
Radiant's top tower has looked better.
Mine!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tied to the impurities.
Radiant's top tower is
You're up next.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help.
A bittersweet sunset for you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Stage death.
You remind me of my old boss!
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Impurities!
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Axes, please!
Where's my pension?
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Killing spree! Axes, please!
better help Dire's middle tower. Dire Snow fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But the money.
They're beating on Dire's top tower.
I'll keep the light in a share. It's my favorite game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Killing spree! No more.
Move along.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Dire's bottom tower is shattered. Dire's bottom tower needs some help. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Killing spree! Double kill!
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower?
Bounty.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Illusion.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Dire's top tower is gone. Radiant's middle tower should have to take Radiant's courier has been killed. What did that
The
courier
lesson
ever
for
do to
you
anyone?
is never try.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The judge is judged.
You fought badly, died worse.
A tithe to the impurities. Killing spree!
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. I guess Radiant fortified their structures.
Got it.
Some people call you friends. I call you goose.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Dire's middle tower just went down. Dire's bottom tower needs some help. listen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower always did get short shrift. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom. Dire's bottom tower needs some help. Dire have fortified their structures. Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's all fun and games till someone gets their face ripped off.
Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Dire's bottom tower is falling.
Use your bounty.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant have fortified their structures. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Renewing.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant have fortified their structures. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
Maybe not enough gift.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Dire's top tower is under attack. Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's top tower has fallen. They're beating on Dire's top tower. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
To my house.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Look at that! Radiant's courier just got killed.
A curtain call?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. They're beating on Dire's top tower. Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant's top tower has looked better. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I said back.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire have fortified their structures. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Double kill! Story time is over.
comes.
With shade drawn.
Look at that! Radiant's courier just got killed.
Who asked you?
My pension.
Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures have been snow fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Not Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
Come and get it!
good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Radiant's bottom tower is no more. Radiant's top tower deserves just as much power as fallen. Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Time for taming. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Where did Radiant's middle tower go? Look what they're doing to Radiant's middle barracks. Radiant's middle tower dire victory!
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team. Dire team. Dire team. Radiant team's turn. Radiant team's turn. Dire
But you
team's
kind
turn.
of got to do it. Do the cast.
Radiant team ban. Dire
Pick here
team
for
ban.
you.
Radiant
It's
team's
22.
turn. Choose your hero. 5 seconds remaining.
Juggernaut before. with the many back-to-back wins. That was that 16 game streak that he had. I think it was all the way to 17 in that first game. Now that was snatched away. Heroic 1 win away. Is this a MOUZ draft to stretch into a game 5? How confident are you in this?
All is confusion.
Prepare for battle.
Oi, Philippines! Philippines! Woo! Oi, Philippines! Philippines! Woo!
The House of Furnace will disown me for that.
Maybe that is the defining factor between the two, that MOUZ, if they're in a slight outdraft situation, they still pull their way together and get ahead, get that tie going and force a game 5. It's been a very long time since we've had a game 5 going on here in FISSURE Universe. It works. Yamich looking for a first blood hook, and that misses. Schofield walking in circles, very hard for the Pudge to catch, and that reveals Pudge lineup attempt.
This reward transcends expectation.
This ain't no snowball fight.
And also, Dalai Lama able to snatch one of the bounties, make it 3 for 1. Going in favor of Heroic. How many times have they won, though? Because that I don't remember. I can't remember that.
Just what I needed. No misconnection.
Jungles can't get hooked here by Yamich. Won't get hooked here by Yamich, and there goes the instant trade. Support Pudge not having the luxury of building a ring of protection for the laning stage, and Snapfire doing some issue. But Schofield is waiting, gets the cogs out. They still need 10 seconds for that little shredder, but some beautiful cogs usage there by Schofield, and it's gonna be enough. Mainly because of that this Pudge gets caught the whole time. He doesn't have an attack swing fast enough to get the aggro, and King jungles for the first blood.
Too bad.
Trapping him inside the cogs. A lot of mana being burnt. Heavy damage coming in. The last one misses, but it's gonna be enough maybe. King Jungles is dropping rapidly. Yamich can't get the kill. The Aphotic Shield is there for some protection as well. He's at 8 HP. He cannot die with that shield on him. And he's only got one single creep hitting him. And Yamich is trying to walk in circles, looking for the hook, but it will be tanked by Yuma in front. And that's a double for the ABBA. That will be 2 straight kills off of the offlane duo from MOUZ.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower.
Judging the flame.
Yep. They have been, they pulled the hard camp, they pulled the easy camp.
and all of those creeps Boom could have potentially been last hitting have all been removed from him. And they're trying to draw him deeper. Schofield is coming in for the wraparound. He's caught the Pudge. Throwing in some cogs this time around. It will just be some poke. But still, a lot of damage dealt onto MOUZ. While in the top lane, simultaneously, the Violama finds himself a free Lotus to pick up. Is the difference between the offlaners is 20 gold. They are tied now. So the Violama Tide Hunt, Violama's Night Stalker going down. Good combo there of spells. Pretty easy to get that extra spin damage as well with the Decrepify. Yeah, I fixed that. Inside the cogs, there's Yamage to help out. Whisper trying to get the kill on the Ember Spirit, but he will drop that clockwork first. Most likely a lot of healing though from the Fairy Fire. There is Celery, he has to blink away. In jungles looking for the shotgun, doesn't quite connect onto mid one. Level 2 shotgun, 160 damage. It would have been enough if it hit. There we go. Now the shotgun connects. King Jungles gets it onto mid one. And again, they're bullying the Pudge, burning all of that mana, doing heavy damage as well with the 2-point power cogs. Pudge is going to have to walk all the way back home again. One. Initiating onto Schofield. Be able to dance away from those cogs. There we go. Third point. Picked up. Seeing the Nether Wart down on the ground too. Chilled for a bit. At least Celery is getting some impact out of this Pugna, or the Pudge. Has absolutely been struggling. Go straight into the jungle. That's a 2v1 onto that Pugna now. Decrepify buys a bit of time. Schofield missing that last Pog shot. Really difficult to catch a Pugna with boots.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yep. Just continue fighting in mid. Schofield pulled back to the low ground once again, and that magic wand will not save him this time around. Yamage will get a kill for himself. Boom. Getting a quick hit there for Yuma.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help.
Maybe a moment of chill could do some good. The Violama is 300 gold ahead of the Tide Hunter. And it's actually behind in levels. The Tide is a quarter way to level 5. And the Violama needs the exact same amount to level 4. Sorry, to level 5. Reese is going to get the Wisdom.
Dire's courier got killed. Those things aren't cheap, you know.
Oh, that's a courier snipe if I've seen one. Well, the Juggernaut is in danger of dying as he will. He drops the healing ward, hoping it's going to be enough, but it won't. Schofield, he's again saving the day in all of these lanes. Running back and forth. The moment he returns back to the top lane, Jug isn't expecting it.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Also, I'm not sure if you noticed as Boom's Tide Hunter was pushed away like half a minute ago. King Jungles popped the Lil Shredder only to deny more creeps.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
This man's on a mission. Oh, that's a hook if I've seen one. The animation already ran its course and went past, but because it hit the maximum point of the distance it travels, it actually grabbed the clockwork, and he just went into snipe mid one's courier thanks to that. Yeah, no, but nobody hit him.
You are too slow.
Nobody hit him, so Tranquil Boots for the win. Might have taken some damage from the hook and the rod, but that doesn't put your Tranquils on cooldown, so it just keeps on running it off. Well, so far... Yep. And Juggernaut Couriers have definitely died the most in this tournament. That I can say even without looking at any statistics.
Not while I'm around.
Yeah. Very likely. I think that is the case. As we're in game number 4, the series ain't fully over yet. MOUZ could still be able to fight back. We got a moment to advertise Fissure Playground 2. Of course, Human's going to be fighting down in bottom. It's going to be okay. As in October the 31st to November 2nd in Belgrade, Serbia at the Sava Center. Tickets starting at €8. Exclamation mark ticket at the chat or click the banner below the stream and head over to the ticket website. Start locking in your Halloween weekend. Sir. I'm definitely gonna get something, you know, like in my metal music background. I've got some plans. Don't mention anything out loud, but I've got some plans for Halloween. It's my favorite holiday of the year. I always do something for Halloween. So far, my most successful Halloween costume has been a banana suit, and it has been an absolute win every time. People do not expect a banana on Halloween. You can scan. Next on Celery. He's able to get away with that movement. Whisper will continue with that Invis rune going top. Weird thing that the Twin Gate doesn't break your Invis. He's on the edge of that tower, and here comes the Violama, and now Crystallis is like, wait a minute. Something smells a bit fishy here. Nice dodge on the Sonic Wave, though, with that Omni Slash, but he's still probably gonna drop because he got jumped all the way to King Jungles. He'll just drop the Mortimer's Kisses. Yamage, he can't even hook this. Creeps in the way, and he'll die as well.
Radiant's middle
The two melee creeps of MOUZ are traitors. They're on their way. They are on their way, and there's going to be the 4th hero. Crystallis is coming in here. This is what I wanted to see from Boom so many games ago. Bringing the 4 heroes down to this heroic safe lane. And Yuma is going to get some reinforcements. Boom's going to get hit by the dagger. The spin will force Yuma's ulti. The Ravage is there. Will not play in effect. Mid one is going to be in the middle of all of this. Boom is already dead. Crystallis, no Omni Slash. The healing ward is deep in the trees, but it's not healing him enough. Whisper picks up a double. Celery is going to get hunted down by the Violama, and Whisper finding a triple kill. Yuma might die, but he won't, as he had the Curse of Avernus on the Ember Spirit, and that's 4-0.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Just what I need.
Add another to the tally.
question is, where was Yamich? Where was the Pudge when they needed him? Did he not? So he TP'd elsewhere. I looked at he had a TP because he had a TP in his inventory off cooldown. But was it that he didn't have one, or was it still on cooldown during the course of that fight? Because this is a heroic clean sweep.
Trickster's rune of illusion.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yep.
Pleased.
Pretty much. Boom, forced back onto the tower. Celery, his life is forfeit. White Llama picks that one up and mid one again. Getting some pressure up with Whisper and Schofield. Nice pop fake there with the Shadow Strike. The little things.
They're beating on Dire's top tower. Dire's top tower is
Are going to invade that 14-minute wisdom, though.
left behind.
Jungles is already on the way. Llama sending in units to focus on that tower. Mid one is also getting jumped on from both directions. Another remnant jump away, almost into the hook shot. Very close catch there. Schofield almost caught it, but that does mean
Dire's
her wisdom
top
is going
tower is
away.
under attack.
Snapfire will steal it and TP home. 5k ahead. 5k ahead on the heroic now. Celery getting caught there, but the Decrepify will keep him safe. Damage walking in, but there's also a mid one under a sonic wave down in the mid lane. And Whisper will clean him up, and he never got that remnant charge back, didn't he?
Under attack.
Still had it on cooldown.
Radiant structures have been snow fortified. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long.
Ravage is up. Got the clutch. Dismember into the Ravage. They should be able to kill this Night Stalker. And he got the silence off. He got a bit of regeneration. He's running it off. He's running it off. He's running away. Boom doesn't have the vision for him anymore. And they're going to follow up on Celery, Schofield, and Whisper. The dynamic duo at work. They will keep the rest of them busy. And that's a Radiance also ready on the Abaddon. Crystallis also does have that Battle Fury, but it's gonna be a bit of a race. Boom. Gonna get pressured by the Violama and Schofield. Into the cogs they go. Gonna get pushed back by those cogs. Gets a bit of mana going for himself. Gets an Anchor Smash off, but that will not reduce any damage. It's 15-2, Harry. 15-2.
Dire's bottom tower needs some help. Dire's bottom tower has shattered to little pieces.
There's such a huge momentum swing going on the side of Heroic from those last couple of games that does MOUZ still have anything left in the tank? I wouldn't even say fatigue. They had a break between the series of the lower bracket finals coming into this point. They're gonna get some good plays going onto this Queen of Pain, take Whisper out, and much needed gold for the Ember Spirit. So hope they don't let that fatigue come into play and still have the willpower to just push through and continue going. They need to tie the series up to force a Game 5.
Bounty. Never refuse gold given. Shade, searing heat.
It looks like Dire fortified their
You
structure.
got about 3 minutes to do so, and the next fight might just be the Tormentor. It could be Heroic gets the Tormentor and MOUZ gets the tower, but the problem is Night Rain Facet, it's in the same place exactly. They're gonna allow the Tidehunter to walk. The Void on cooldown on the Night Stalker. Let him slide.
Denied.
Yeah. Just need to get it now. Just need to get see the effect of it. Heroic. Got the Violama and King Jungles heading for a bit of a smoke. Good Dire scan. Couldn't find Heroic in the Roche Pit scan, so instead in the topside jungle, and they spot their movements. Mid one groups up with Celery, but the Violama is here with the silence. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in, the hook shot is also there, and is on the edge of that silence, and it's going to be enough. The Sonic Wave went off. Mid one was trying to buy some time with a Slate to get a Remnant jump away, but unfortunate for him, it's not enough.
Dire's middle tower
That means that mid tower will also go down, and the invasion towards bottom. More minutes for the Tormentor to spawn. Schofield, he's queuing up the Orchid once again. We have already seen in his hands quite a lot of work. He had that Aghanim's Orchid build up on that Clockwork before. They're gonna get the connection onto Celery, and Yamich can only go for a quick hook as his ally was deeping in, but they probably recognize they don't have the damage to kill this Clockwork. He's 1500 HP. He is level 10.
Yep. Radiant have fortified their structures.
Yep, it's really hard to play this game against that Clockwork. They don't have a lot of answers to it right now. There's the Pudge coming in with the Blink onto the Clockwork, and the Omni Slash will be there for the kill. Yuma in between. Davai Lama's got a 3-man silence going right now. The Sonic Wave does some damage, but the pipe will keep them up. Yuma might have to force this ulti soon as the Ravage comes into play by Boom. Crystal is on the chase. King Jungles. He gets only a couple of Mortimer's Kisses out. Maybe this is Boom's timing. Can they hold? Can MOUZ hold this ground? Crystal is dead. Yamich dead. Boom to follow very shortly, as they will at least get Celery safe on the high ground for now. As they are done with the Tidehunter, they will hunt Celery as well, make it 4, and clean up MOUZ. The pipe gave them that chance of fighting, but it's just not enough.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And if you're hungry for some replays and highlights, we've also had them from Fissure Playground 1. !F is your command. You can write into chat, or you can click the banner below the stream and head over to Fissure's social media channels. Go hit a follow. Make sure you're also following the kick page here. This will be the source of the upcoming LAN event for Fissure Playground 2. Staff Glimmer almost done as well on the snap. And him having the shard. Same thing for the Night Stalker as well, the Hunter and the Night upgrade. No Dominator creeps though. Else on the other side. However, Clockwork found, or you'd rather say MOUZ is found here, as Yamich will be finished off by Yuma, level 17 on the Abaddon.
Turns to black.
get an extra second on his ult. 1 second can matter a lot in a team fight.
Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Jug trying to rush that
Radiant's bottom
butterfly.
tower is under attack.
Really desperate need for some damage on the side of MOUZ, and that butterfly could just be something that sorts things out. Mid one will have
Radiant's
the
bottom
Mage Slayer,
tower's
and
got
by the looks of it, the
problems.
BKB is now delivered. Or staff also for the Tide Hunter. So a couple items coming on the side of MOUZ. Nothing major
middle
yet.
tower
At least
is
the
under
BKB on
attack.
the Ember is a major item, sure.
Radiant's bottom tower
But
is under attack.
it only makes him survive these fights a bit longer.
Radiant's bottom tower has
There's still some
fallen.
Boom, are spotted, and here they come from all directions. The Vailama is right on top of him. The force down from Boom there for the Sonic Wave, and the push from the Cogs. The Juggernaut will get his Omni Slash off, and it will just go straight onto something else than the Vailama as they finish it off. Now on the chase, Yuma gets hit by the Ravage, trying to get close to the Crystallis. With the Blink, he can go even deeper, and the Vailama will follow. Whisper is right there next to him too, and they will finish the Jug, and now finish the Pugna. Celery will fall, and Boom will be the next one on the list. He's trying to TP out, and looks like they won't have a TP cancel until Schofield with the Battery Assault walks right next to him with that Tumbler toy, and they'll toy with that Tide Hunter indeed. King Jungles, however, does fall to mid one. So with Yamich, they're able to get something going from that trade, but it's still a Jug and a Tide dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And look at this. This man isn't a washing machine. He's going in from a Sonic Wave in towards a Cog that pushes him away, and he's silenced that entire time. And that Omni Slash, it couldn't have been any worse. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. Still could have been a big game changer there if that Night Stalker were to die. Because every item towards that butterfly, or every item towards that Juggernaut, is a piece towards their win condition. 67% is the win probability currently for Heroic, despite being 12k ahead, having 20 kills more.
Radiant's courier has been killed. They always go after the courier.
Yeah, no Dominators either, so it's pretty much just the Manta Illusions. The pushing. For Heroic, at least they've got more mobility in this lineup. So the Dominator on the Night Stalker, the Queen of Pain, naturally a quick hero. The Baton also moving plus 400 movement speed. He has a horse and a blink. And that blink also brings in with that horse. Imagine if Abba with a blink would just bring the rider and then the horse just stays behind. That'd be something. Fire found. MOUZ. A while since we've seen an initiative come out from them. They'll get a quick pick off for themselves.
Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? They're beating on Dire's top tower.
And it is the butterfly on the Jug, so this is the time to make some magic happen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Take a tier 2. They'll trade that.
Are those cracks in Dire's
top tower is gone. Just a cold fog left behind.
I will be curious to see how Heroic decides to play these next few minutes, because
those
they have
cracks
the
in Dire's top
pushing
tower?
advantage on their side. Can they keep those waves cut and prevent any objectives from being lost on the map for this next 5-minute period? Because then they wouldn't have to worry about that Juggernaut scenario. Him not having the Aegis would not give him any extra protection, and he'd have to play the game the same way he has up till now. But if he gets to fight with that Aegis, like you mentioned, it gives a way for MOUZ to approach.
Invisibility.
A bit of an awkward timing to have that Aegis now, because it is nighttime, but MOUZ with Celery, mid one, Yamich heading down the bottom lane. There is a glimmered Snapfire about to run into them. Celery brings himself there with the explosion, and that should be a warning sign for Schofield. He dodges the Omni Slash and looking for the TP out, but he does get cancelled by mid one with the chains. They'll just make the clockwork down. There's a hook shot out onto the Pudge, but a kill secured for the Ember. Bloodthorn used onto the Pugna. The fight versus Kristoff for a bit here. There's Whisper also in the middle, has his BKB. Link is also ready. Oh, he ended up cooking the Ember Spirit instead. And Juggernaut in danger of losing that Aegis. Now Heroic, what do? They back out? Do they go for a reinitiation? Anchor connects onto the Violama. Needs to get rid of it, and there's the BKB. And Yuma will be there for the assistance. Bloodthorn quickly used onto the Tidehunter. Keep him zoned out. Now still has everybody alive, so does Heroic. They got rid of the Aegis. Forced that to safety. Hook dodged, and Yuma goes in. Links in onto the fight. Gets a bit of damage in, but at the moment, he might be in trouble. Sonic Wave is there. Double Ilana to follow. Tidehunter dead. Hunt will fall. Midwood is also inside that same silence, but he's able to get out with the BKB. And Celery, he's going to get focused by Yuma. And they take down mid one. And they might just get this Pugna as well. There we go. TP cancelled with the cookie. And Schofield shoots a cog right at him. 4-0, Harry. He said you were scared about that fight happening, but it did.
Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower isn't going to last long. Dire's bottom tower is being chipped away. Dire's middle tower just went down. Dire's bottom tower always did get short shrift.
They got Abba's ulti forced out, and at that time, Heroic was already in position to re-engage, and they unleashed hell. All the way from the Night Stalker blinking in with an AoE silence. All of MOUZ heroes clustered up, tanking a 5-man Sonic Wave. Doesn't get any easier than that for Heroic.
yeah, your 4 staffs are not going to be enough. Especially now that he also has the nullifier. It already means they're not getting away. Yeah, Desert Bloodright is kind of like a replacement for the nullifier in a sense, because if you try to 4-staff away, you're still silenced by the time. Even if you're 4-staffing and the Night Stalker stays still. You're still in that silence. I think that might be one of our neutral items that might be hitting a bit of a nerf hammer, because it is one of the most one of the most popular neutral items out there. There are a lot of heroes in the game that wouldn't like to pick it up. Meanwhile, mid one quite deep into heroic territory. Yuma leading the charge. Blink in 4 seconds. Yuma's right next to him there. Instant silence. Nullifier comes out. Blubber does come into play though, so he's going to be okay. Heroic 18,000 gold ahead still. This net worth graph has only grown in Heroic's direction.
Flares here.
Things are rarely as they seem.
Yeah, okay, that's 1 extra smoke in the shop at least. Potentially if... Oh yeah. Man, I was begging for it so many times, and I'm happy my wishes were heard. I think the thing is, maybe I should start like every single cast, even if there isn't a Mars. I just mention how bugged Mars is with Victory Feast, and then someone's gonna pick up on it. I would doubt it. I would doubt it. Probably busy with Deadlock. Maybe he's still watching his beloved game. Celery is going to be found by Yuma. Blink on cooldown though, so they're going to give a bit of a chase here for him. Juking around in the trees. No TP scroll though, he's screwed. And where the Pugna can go. Kill number 30. More heroic. Hey. That is true.
Could use some help.
I mean, I rarely get to see an instant respawn Roshan. They've got info on it. There's a creep inside the pit. The Violama with the Harpy Stormcrafter. $257. Yeah. Hey. Words of the Ember Spirit. Balance in all things. I'll get both of them. Yep. That is true. All planned.
Come to Pudgy.
Oh, mid one. Going in deep. Yuma goes for the straight up silence on him. Forced him already down to half HP and his BKB is gone. He wanted to take this high ground position with the gem on the Queen of Pain to get rid of all possible vision away from MOUZ, and you're going to have to start thinking, is it time to smoke up and go? Roshan has already been started. Trying to get the outpost. Get the outpost, 3,000 HP. This is the time to go. They needed that outpost first. They need something to bring the Ember to. And they're coming out of the pit. They're going straight into the arms of MOUZ. Take down one. Roshan dead. Agents picked up. Omni Slash is doing a lot of work onto Divine Llama, but Whisper was out of that fight. He was out of it completely. That Omni Slash didn't do nearly enough. And Jug with the, the punch with the buyback, and Jug will die. And Heroic are dropping, they're tightening the noose around MOUZ. And this is also the Tidehunter dead. And again, it is a 4-hero trade. This time they get all 5. Or make it even 6 because it was a buyback actually on the Pudge. Heroic are not even breaking a sweat, Harry.
Radiant structures are fortified. Someone better help Dire's middle tower. Dire's middle tower
GG.
is falling. Dire's middle barracks are taking damage. Radiant wins. Called it.
FISSURE Universe 7 winners, Heroic. They make this series in the